Hello! What a day! It's Sunday today in the UK and I've just been through a battle. This is a fairly short video, I think, but I just felt the last one was a bit weird. The thing is, I should do them when I'm in a positive mood, not when I'm feeling upset about something, but then you get the emotional me, and I think that's who I really am anyway. Quite emotional person, feeling person, I would say. Yes, a feeling person. So today I wanted to share this with you. I've had quite a magical moment in my communication. Not my communication, but the communication. You would find it very hard to believe, seeing me and hearing me and all the stuff, that I've never had a life of communication. I've had a lifetime. Well, I'm a very old lady, as you know, and it's been very sad, and it's obviously been a difficult karmic time, a difficult lesson, that everyone I've met has not been very willing to communicate. You know, I talk to strangers in the supermarket, they look at me, they don't answer. It's not a very responsive place that I live in. I had a husband who really didn't talk to me much. My father was a bit doer. My daughter doesn't communicate, well, you know that story. So, and on it goes. But it all came to a head really quite recently, and I think I put this in my video about this man I met who's going to do my garden who hasn't turned up. You know, and they talk at me, people talk at me. I'm a good listener, I must be a good listener. They go on and on and on, and I think, is anybody interested in me? You know? And so I think that's why I started the videos, just to hear myself talk and to know that somebody out there will be listening. Communication is an art, you know, it really is. Everybody wants to talk. Have you noticed? Everybody wants to talk, and it's a case of like you either listen or you walk off, or you it's like a denial. Like well, I feel, for me, not everyone feels that obviously, but I feel, for me personally, it's been an uphill battle to get heard. Really has, and I don't fully understand it, except it probably is a karmic thing. Most things are, aren't they? There's always a lesson to be learnt there, and I've had to persist and persist. I think it's a question of probably self-worth, self-value. Think I am worth being heard, you know? So it's been quite a crisis, and the last, well, I haven't been doing videos quite a lot lately because I've been very weary. I've been absolutely battle weary. I mean, the last 2.5 years, I think for most of us, we know what it's like. This battling on the inner planes, mentally, emotionally, and of course it takes its toll on the body. And I noticed in the last few months really that I've looked an absolute wreck, more than I used to, because I'm just worn out. My body's worn out, I'm worn out. And last night I was all night, the pain I cannot describe. I was screaming with pain. I was trying everything possible to cope with it. I was trying to understand it, and I couldn't sleep, I couldn't understand, it was just one of those nights, and I thought, I can't go on like this. In fact, I'm even thinking of stopping the videos because I'm just too tired to do them, and I don't have a lot to talk about that anybody would be interested in, because most of them are personal stories, and I saw people are fed up with them. I don't get any responses, so how do I know? This is the thing, you see, I'm not getting the feedback, so I don't know how they are. I mean, I think my spirit friends like to do them, but I've got a lot of teeth missing, so I'm beginning to dribble. This is old lady stuff. This is old lady. I was going to do a video on the last war, but I thought that's a bit depressing. But there's a lot to learn by it. But this is from the moment that today I had a magical moment this morning, and I thought I must share that because I'm always moaning and groaning. So I'm going to just share this moment, and it is really about communications, because, as I said before, I don't really feel I'm being heard, and I've done lots of things. I should be. I've talked, I've lectured, I've had groups, I write, I this and that, but there's something in me that I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And of late, it's been really, really difficult for me. I've had 3 or 4 people turn their back on me, literally. So today was quite a challenge. I woke up, I'm thinking, I've had enough. You know, you just feel sometimes, I've got a funny signal on my computer, I don't know what it means. Oh, I think it's the weather. We've got the Queen's funeral tomorrow. Talk about, that's something I don't want to discuss. I'm not a royalist, I'm fed up with this side of it. I wouldn't even buy a newspaper today because it's got a picture of the sons on the front, their medals and this and that. And so anyway, today is I woke up and I'm thinking, I'm just exhausted, absolutely full of pain, exhausted. I've got empty cupboards again. Who's going to do my shopping for me? I could go online, as you know, but I thought, no, I really need to get out. I haven't been out for a week. I haven't stepped outside the front door for a week. I've got to do something to get out of this mood. I'm really, really peculiar mood. I felt, well, this is I'm in the fifth dimension. I know that, and it's not any easier. This is why I'm concerned about, we are told, by always wonderful beings, oh, what happy, clappy place it is. It's not. I'm still struggling with pain and with loneliness, with isolation, all the stuff. So I thought, I've got to ask for help, mentally and spiritually. I said, look, dear ones, I need to get out. I've got to get out. I've got to get bread and milk. I've got nothing. The fridge is empty and I'm not eating and I've got nothing left. Please, will you just help me to find the energy just to get out? Drive my little car about 10 miles to my favourite supermarket. But you see, getting in and out of the car is getting painful now because my right hip is giving up. So I've got these two paths. I don't know about anybody else. I have these two ways of looking at things. I can either say, okay, accept it. You're going to have to get a mobile scooter, give the car up, start driving, da da da. I thought, when am I going to keep it? I couldn't live like that. I couldn't. I like doing things. I like going places. In fact, you wouldn't know. I've done things I've done in life. You know, travelling on my own, holidays. Da, da, da. You know, I make myself think, oh, what a character. I've done all this stuff on my own for the last 35 years. So I couldn't live in a. Well, I don't think I could. So then I'm torn between this. Do I go on this path of acceptance and da 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 da, or do I hope that I'm going to get healed? Because we should think like that, really, but maybe it's not meant to be. So this is my dichotomy at the moment. So anyway, I prayed for help to go out, and I did get there, and it was a very small supermarket, and I looked lovely this morning. I must admit, I look good. Makeup on. I didn't look my age. I don't look my age anyway. And I made a comment to the chap next to me about the prices of something, and he actually responded. Well, that's never happened to me. People don't respond. They look the other way. They don't remember the woman. And especially a man. They usually run a mile, as I was saying in my last video. So he looked up and he was an attractive man in his 70s, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, we shared this exchange. He actually was sharing a conversation. I thought, I've never had that. I've never had a conversation with somebody, not a proper sharing exchange, not a give and take, what true conversation is all about. It was only about 5 or 10 minutes, but it was such fun. Just to talk about, we were talking about prices in supermarkets, and you know, he lived on his own, we were both saying what a waste they are, you know, simple stuff really. And I was saying I didn't like a certain supermarket. I felt I was a bit of a snob. I didn't like going there. And we just had a laugh really, and then off he went. He said, I said, you better stay clear of the riffraff, he said, and laughed. And I thought, gosh, what a breath of fresh air. I've actually talked to somebody who talks back, who shared a conversation, who didn't run away, didn't think I was stupid or bad looking, or it was just a simple thing for me. Now, probably all of you out there would think I'm a nut for that. I don't know, you all have good times. I don't have good times. I don't have sharing conversations. That was like a miracle this morning. It was a real miracle. So I still thinking about it, how lovely it was. I could see him now, just a simple, everyday conversation with somebody, a man especially. You know, my experiences with men have been pretty disastrous. So I feel it's like I'm going to look at the time. I don't know how much time I've got. My eyesight's getting worse. I've got 8 minutes, so I'm going to quickly do another little. It's a continual story. I went to Petwood Hotel, my favourite hotel. You can get it online. It's the place where the RAF pilots used to work from. They used to live there and work from, and so forth. It was a centre. Lincolnshire is a centre of flight. RAF during the last war, and as you know, I was born during the last war, so I've got a feeling for the pilots. And there's a lovely bar there that they used to use. You can feel the energy. There's little things in the cupboards that they used to belong to that have been found and photographed. Just a nice memorial, what you know what I mean, to sort of things that they've used and lived. And I go sitting there. I sat in there one Christmas, and I felt them all suddenly gather around me. And I'm not clairvoyant, I don't see, but I could feel their energy. I loved the RAF. I had my uncle, he died. He was a Spitfire pilot, so I know a bit about it, and I love it. I love the whole world of the RAF. So I could feel these beings just coming. I was telling them a Christmas blessing, and I was just sort of talking to them. I've got nobody else to talk to, as you know. Here I go again, sitting there, and it was just lovely. And they often come to me when I'm, around that area. If I'm in the hotel, having a coffee or something. Anyway, I thought I'll go and chat to my friends. I was on I thought somebody might let's continue the conversation. And I realise now that I'm like a nurse connection. I pass on the news of the everyday Earth plane, because of course they were all arrived in the 1940s. They're not here now, many of them, I wouldn't think. So I went to the Wood Petwood Hotel and I sat outside, a bit chilly, but I sat outside. Nobody was there but me. And I sat at a table with about 4 or 5 chairs, and I suddenly found them all gathering round. They'd come for the newscast. Well, it's not every day. I probably go once every 2 or 3 weeks, I don't know. But one smokes a pipe, and I say I'm not clairvoyant, but I'm clairsentient, so I sense things. I just sat there and chatted. I don't know, people walking by must have what I must have thought. Me talking to myself. Well, it wasn't really. I was talking to them, telling about the Queen, and about the internet and about my experience. And you can feel they're really interested. Well, of course, there's not many people down here, I suppose, that would have ordinary conversations. Like they were my friends. Well, they are my friends. And I have been before, and I've been very, very low. And the love they send me, of course, they come from a loving place. But they're all different, and one actually did come to me some time ago, out of the context, but I imagine they're everywhere, of course. But I suppose when they feel me drawing close, I'm the entertainment for the day. So it's a really magical morning, and I came home feeling uplifted. I thought, gosh, somebody actually appreciates me and listens to me and wants to share, give and take. Real conversation is quite rare, I think. There's always somebody who wants to talk, and somebody who's got, opinions and judgments, and to have an ordinary, everyday conversation for me is a very rare thing, especially in my age. I thought, I made it. I can talk to somebody. They can talk back. There's no connotations, nothing's expected, nothing's given. It's just a brief exchange. I think my grandmother used to call it ships that pass in the night. So here we go again. I think that'll do for now. I'm not sure about doing any more videos. I'm not getting a feeling that I could go on with them. I'm just getting too tired and I'm too exhausted. I'm not getting any response. I mean, I've got 450 subscribers and nobody responds. So where they all are, I don't know. It's a little bit disappointing because we give a lot of energy. I sit here on my own talking. Why do I do it? I don't know. I still haven't worked it out. So I'm asking for divine guidance. So if you don't hear from me again, you'll know that I'm actually gone with the Queen. No, you know what I mean. I'm either not here or I'm here and not here. So dear ones, take care of yourselves. This stupid mouse, it's a wireless thing and it's always switching off. So I'm going to go now and take care of yourselves. Have a good funeral. It's tomorrow. It'll be everywhere. It'll be global. All the shops are closing down. People are going to be sitting at home weeping and crying. Take care, darlings. God bless.